6 April 1453. The greatest is, would now the best days, and he had brought hell with him.
Soldiers of the Empire, the walls of Constantinople shall rest Tagliafi's lining.
The young Ottoman boy thinks he can take Constantinople?
Let him try. Our walls will crush his army, and our floor, aye.
The sky filled with smoke. Fear entered every heart.
By Allah, what kind of weapon is this?
Our own men trembled before its power.
Attack from the darkness! Strike without mercy! Train as you fight, Constantinople awaits!
Soldiers were taught to endure hunger and exhaustion.
Pain today's will be terrifying!
I want a cannon. The world has that before. Build me a cannon so massive it will shatter the walls of Constantinople.
Then began a journey of iron, fire, and sweat. Day and night they forged the weapon that would change the world. Day and night, the furnaces kept burning. Sleep was a luxury no one could afford. Every strike brought us closer to victory. And then, the world's most powerful cannon was born. This is the weapon that will change history, the destroyer of walls. To move it, hundreds of men and strong oxen were needed. It moved like a mountain across the earth. Every step brought death closer to Constantinople. And then, it was fired for the first time. The ground itself trembled. This was the sound of history breaking. The earth itself trembled. Nothing like this had ever been heard before. This was the voice of conquest. 6 April 1453. The greatest is, would now the best days, and he had brought hell with him. Before them stood the great walls of the city. The walls that had defied empires for 1,000 years, or so they believed. The sounds of war filled the air. Men roared. The final storm was about to break upon the city. Then suddenly unleashed fire. The roar shook the heavens themselves. This was the sound that would break Constantinople. The walls of Constantinople trembled. Stone after stone began to fall. The unbreakable was beginning to break. From above, a rain of arrows and boiling oil fell. The sky itself turned against the attackers. Yet still they advanced. Many brave warriors fell, brothers who would never see victory. Their blood watered the path to Constantinople. Yet the Sultan's dream did not die with them. They tried to climb, but were pushed back again. Ladders broke, bodies fell like rain. Yet still more came, wave after wave. Days passed, but the city still stood. Yet the walls of Constantinople refused to fall. But the attack did not stop. Even as brothers fell, the rest kept climbing. Nothing would turn them back. Constantinople cannot hold much longer.
If the walls are crumbling, what hope remains?
We are sending them to their doom. Deep trenches surrounded the city. Every step toward it meant death. Ottoman engineers dug tunnels beneath the walls. Fires burned underground. Brother fought brother for the fate of the city. Fatigue and fear began to rise. How many more days must we bleed for this city? The walls, they never fall. Are we fine again? Some began to say, maybe this city cannot be conquered. We have lost so many, and the walls still stand. Even the Sultan's cannon cannot break them out. And then, one night a thought came to him that would change history forever. The Golden Horn, we shall cross it. He studied every weak point. then turned to prayer.
O Allah,
Victory comes only from you.
This chain has guarded our harbor for centuries. No Ottoman ship will ever break it. The Golden Horn remains ours tonight.
The Sultan stepped forward slowly. And with a calm but powerful voice, he said,
take the ships, Olalan. We will drag our entire fleet over the hills and build some more on their post.
In the darkness of night, the soldiers covered the hills with wooden tracks and poured oil across the path. Ships would sail where no ship had ever gone. Torches burned across the mountains, ropes were tightened with trembling hands, and the army prepared for the impossible. One mistake, and everything would fail. And then, history witnessed a miracle.
Massive Ottoman ships began to cross the mountains themselves.
Where no ship had ever sailed before. The Golden Horn would never be the same. The horses pushed with incredible strength. The ropes stretched tighter and tighter. Every step felt like a battle against the mountain. Yet they did not stop. For the Sultan's dream, the soldiers shouted Allahu Akbar together. The mountains echoed with their voices.
As the currents are voiced
The giant warships slowly crossed the hills as hundreds of men pulled with all their strength, and the impossible became reality. The mountains themselves bowed to the Sultan's will. Ottoman warships were now inside the harbor,
standing behind the city.
They say we're enemy ships as should possible from both sides. When morning arrived,
the soldiers rushed to the walls.
But what they saw froze them in fear.
By God, he's one thing!
Fear spread across Constantinople instantly. People ran through the streets in panic, and the city began to realize its walls were no longer enough. Smoke covered the battlefield. Steel clashed against steel, and death surrounded every soldier.